You just did. Shut up.
Okay, we're back.
This is just like an audio podcast, is it? Or is this?
Oh no, this is video as well. Yeah.
Oh, it's video as well.
Because we predominantly post on YouTube, so.
Got you. Okay, cool.
Don't worry, you look great.
No worries.
Thanks. I just moved, so I have my window like cardboarded up so the light doesn't come through. My wife and I are
Oh, you
moving
do?
right now.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Wow, Dara, you couldn't care about your lighting at all then, could you?
What?
You couldn't even throw on a bit of makeup either. Like that's just
No, I'm sorry.
fucking
Like
rude.
I did, but however, I did like close my blind completely because I do be right at the window.
Do I look too dark to you?
Oh no.
Nope.
No,
All
you look
good.
fine. Yeah, no, that's all. Sure, you can't even see me, so like
Yeah.
compared to me, you look great.
You're just like a glass of Guinness that I can see, like a little.
Exactly.
He's literally Guinness with the word awfully under it.
Yeah.
Not even Irish, just awfully. Awfully Thomas.
That's because I'm an awful. Anyway, so welcome to the pod. Thanks for getting on today with us, Steve. It's great to have you here. Why don't you tell everyone a bit about yourself?
Yeah, okay. I am an actor, comedian, writer dude. I'm, started out moving to LA and then I got into sketch comedy, improv, and that's kind of where I met all the dudes who I work with nowadays. And I did like Second City, Upright Citizens Brigade, Improv Olympic, kind of like so like I did some stand-up, but kind of like improv and sketch comedy were kind of my foray into comedic acting. And then from there, just kind of started working in the industry and TV commercials and movies and stuff. And been doing it ever since. So been doing it for about 15 years. It's pretty cool. I'm originally from Omaha, Nebraska. That's where I am right now. I just bought a house here with my wife.
Oh wow.
And so we're just hiding out here during COVID until things somewhat normal in the States again, because you've probably heard it's pretty bad here.
Yeah. No. It's pretty. Yeah. Anyway.
How is it there?
Well, people just don't get randomly shot, so that's pretty cool. But otherwise, no. Pretty good. We're getting pretty high cases.
Oh.
We've gone down a little bit.
Not really.
We have, though. It was in like the 150s, and now it's gone back to like the 50s and 60s.
We've had schools reopened there last week, and
they're not 95 today.
There's already been 2 schools that had to send their students home because of COVID.
Oh man, yeah, that's happening here too a lot.
We're in our 3rd Minister of Agriculture since March.
Oof.
Yeah, because the other 2 had to be resigned or stepped down because they're
right.
There's a whole thing about it, man. The first one is named Barry Cowan. It turns out before he was elected years ago that he was caught drink driving.
Oh.
But not only that, is that he was on a provisional license.
That's not good.
Then he also turned away from a police checkpoint.
Barry.
Who hasn't done that? That's good.
And then turns out then that he was also collecting the benefits you get, even though he was suspended from driving. He was getting the benefits for like petrol and tax.
This
and all
guy
that.
is not very honest.
He's not.
I'm gathering.
No, he's not. He's actually from our county.
Yeah, well, good riddance to bad rubbish is what I say.
Exactly. And his brother was the guy.
His brother was the fucking leader of the country for like 4 years.
Isn't that always the way it works, though? I mean, it's always the biggest jerks who have all the power, or the richest people always seem to be the most evil people in the world. Why is that?
Yeah, no, it's pretty shitty that all the people who don't want to do good things, they always end up, not being. Do you know who I do like though? I do like Mr. Beast. That guy. Have you heard of Mr. Beast?
No, but the name makes me like him instantly.
So what he does is he just gives people money. Like that's his whole thing.
Yeah, so he'll get his videos sponsored by like certain companies and stuff like that, and he'll give all the money that he gets from those sponsorships away to like random people.
This is what we need more of in this world. More Mr. Beasts, dude.
He's he's insane, man.
And
he's done it in such a short span of time. He got huge.
Wow. Good for him. Well, he deserves to get huge. That's a good
20
thing.
million trees.
Dang.
Yeah.
This guy's making a difference.
He is.
I gotta do something.
He's a nice dude.
So by December 2018, he'd given away $1 million already.
Dang.
That was in 2018. And last year he did a video where he gave someone $1 million. So
wow.
He had like a load of challenges. There was like first to leave the toilet. And so he does fun stuff. And then a lot of people on social media doing like live streams while gaming gives them a lot of money.
He gave the delivery driver a house.
Yeah, he did actually.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Oh
gave
my God, he sounds like the
rent
best,
free
man.
for a year, just like this big ass house.
What?
Mm.
That's incredible, man. I'm loving this guy. I'm a Mr. Beast fan.
I wouldn't. I would have liked that now, to be honest.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
Rent-free
yeah.
for a
Please
year.
buy me a house, Mr. Beast.
Please rent me a
Or
room
just
for
like
year,
a
please.
piece of, buy me a pizza. I'd be happy. I have
Yeah,
low expectations.
Honestly,
Yeah.
the singular pizza would make me happy.
I'd be so, if someone bought and ordered me a pizza and paid for it, that'd be like the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
You wouldn't want him giving you. You just want someone like Bezos buying you something, wouldn't you? Because that guy's got like.
Bro, no, I'd just be like, seriously, Bezos, one pizza?
Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
Bezos
I
is
love
definitely the
pizza.
dude that would
Don't
forget
get
his
me
wallet at
started on
home.
Bezos, man.
He's
That guy-
he'd be the dude to forget his wallet at home when you go for drinks, isn't he?
What?
I mean,
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's how people get rich, is they just don't spend money, man, I guess. I mean, he doesn't, whatever.
You
get
don't
me
get
started
that
on
rich
Bezos.
without
I got
fucking a
strong
few
feelings.
people over.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people. There shouldn't be billionaires, as far as I'm concerned.
oh no, there definitely shouldn't.
I think people's salaries or your wealth should cap out at $150 million or pounds or whatever. And that everything after that, you should have to give away to charity. If you can't be happy with $150 million, then I'm sorry, man.
Or get mega tax done.
What'd you say?
Get
Like,
mega
either
taxed.
you give anything after that to charity, or just
Yeah.
get like insane tax. Just the worst kind of tax.
98% tax.
Exactly, yeah.
But it makes sense. I don't understand. I think this is a really good idea.
Yeah, there
Let's do
definitely
it. Let's
shouldn't
see
be
what we can do about it.
There definitely shouldn't be billionaires. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're probably never gonna spend $1 billion in your
No,
lifetime.
you're not. It's just it creates too much inequity. I mean, America's the worst at it. Like, I mean, my God.
How many billionaires does America have? It probably has maybe the majority, but I don't want to say that in
No,
case
I
there's.
think
I don't know,
China
yeah.
might have the
China
majority of
probably
it.
does have more. I think we have like more like
Um,
extreme. Like we have Warren Buffett and Bezos, so like I guess they're the biggest. But like I think there's like a handful of billionaires who have like more wealth in America than like
Yeah.
two-thirds of the population.
Oh no, it is the
something
United
crazy.
States.
yeah, 614.
Billionaires
Wow.
in the States.
That's
Then
too many.
China, Germany, and India. Okay,
Mhm.
but America's winning by a long shot.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yay! That's
bunch
not
of
something to be proud of.
you guys gotta be number one and right. Like, I mean, look at those COVID
God,
cases.
we're number one in most of the wrong things right now.
Gotta be number one in something.
I guess. Prisoners, guns, like yeah.
we love talking about gun control, don't we, Dara?
Yeah.
Because we don't
gun
have any
control.
guns here.
Yeah, we don't have. Yeah.
You guys have a lot of things figured out. Actually, one of my best friends, I can't say his name right now, but
That's cool.
you recognize him. He actually was born in England, so he has citizenship in Ireland, and he's moving there in 2 months.
Oh,
Is he actually?
He's like, I'm done with America. I'm getting out. Like, he is moving there full time, and he's gonna do comedy there. And like, he's like, I don't care, man. I can't.
Oh, he's
wait.
gonna
I
do
love
comedy
Ireland.
here. Oh, geez, I wish him the best of luck with that because we
Oh,
don't
Yeah,
have
I
shit.
mean, he'll
Forget
probably
the
still.
Baileys up in here.
Oh, dude, he's good though, man. You'll love him. Well,
Yeah.
I'll hip you to him when I can talk about it because he's a good chap. You should have him on your show. He's great.
Yeah, man, you should. If you want, you can send on our details or send on his details to us, man. We'll definitely have him on.
I will. You'd love him. He's the best. He's so good. He's so
man.
good. So funny. Great. to
I
meet you.
gotta ask,
Yeah.
what
please.
was it like working with Jack Black in Drunk History?
That was great, man. I mean,
What's
like
he-
I
what's he
didn't,
like?
I mean, he's Jack Black. He
Yeah.
is one of, when I moved to LA, I was like, I want to be like Jack Black. I want to do what Tenacious D does. I mean, it's literally like, he was like a guy I like, totally ripped off, looked up to. And the good news is he is one of the nicest guys ever. Like, I didn't really like work with him per se because like we were in the same episode of Drunk History.
Yeah.
But I actually was, on set that day because Derek Waters was like a great friend of mine. We've been working together for years. And so he's like, come down, hang out. I'm like, great. But I hung out with Jack Black all day on the set. And then after that, I've seen him at like random parties or we have, mutual friends. So I've ran into him over the years. And dude, he's just like, he's what you want him to be, like he is he's a big sweetheart, huge heart. The guy does a lot of good in the world. And yeah, man, good father. He's a legend, man. And like a lot of people who are, comedians are funny. Sometimes they like, and when they get older, they're not as funny or like, but he has managed to be like just get better.
He's kept it.
Yeah, he's great. He's a legend, man. Jack Black, dude. Who doesn't love him?
Yeah, man.
If you don't like Jack Black, I kind of think there might be something wrong with you.
Yeah. I mean, I watch Kung Fu Panda like every day just because, you know.
Bro, Kung Fu Panda.
He's so good. I mean, like honestly, like in terms of like even like voiceover, he is just.
Oh, he's mad. It's like.
Oh, he's so good, man. And voiceover is like a lot harder than people think. I just got done doing. I'll do a little plug for myself. I'm on this new show called Hoops on Netflix. It's about a high school basketball team down south, and it's really funny. It's great. But I was, that was like the first like big kind of like series regular voiceover gig I had. And I was like, oh, it's so easy. You show up in your sweatpants and you're talking to a microphone. But I was like, no, it's actually kind of harder than like on camera acting. And I was like, I had to really like dig deep to like get this right, So but I feel like Jack Black just steps into a microphone. It's just magic every time,
Yeah.
It's hard for me, easy for him.
Well, no, like that's the thing, because like with voiceover work, it's like when you're in a normal role, like like a live action role, it's like you can use your body as well to express kind of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
But like when you're voicing over, like you have to put everything into the emotion into your voice.
You have to imagine being in that weird world or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be easy, and it turns out it is definitely not.
Yeah, like you could like read your lines like, oh yeah, what are we gonna do tomorrow? And like, no one wants to hear that.
No, yeah. I just did a voiceover audition right before I did this, where I was playing a rock.
A rock.
The part was I'm like a goofy rock, and I'm like, okay, so I just sit there, drink 3 cups of coffee. I'm like, how would a goofy rock sound on a mountain top, by himself when he sees scary bears? And it came to me, but it's hard, man. It's like difficult stuff, but very, very fun. I love it. I love animation. That's kind of like my new thing that I'm like in love with. Yeah. I love doing it so much.
Bro, that sounds really hard trying to put. It's literally like getting emotions out of a rock. It's
exactly exactly. Literally, I wonder if that was like the whole joke. Like yeah, no, but it is truly like so fun. I'm like pretty thrilled. I'm just kind of now. I mean, I had done voiceover before, like little, I did like an episode of Bob's Burgers and Adventure Time and some other things. But this is kind of the first big part I ever had on a animated show. It's good. It's funny. It's very. It's not for kids at all. I'll tell you that right now. It's very raunchy, very dirty. But I think
I watched Tubes. It's why I asked John today. I was like,
oh, okay. Oh, I
was like, hell yeah, I want that guy on my show.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
It was fucking fun. It kind of gives me have you seen Big Mouth?
Yes.
It definitely gives me Big Mouth vibes.
I think, I think it's kind of attacking the same sort of fan base, I think. So I think if you like Big Mouth, shows like that, they're, about like young kids and kind of how they actually are. Because I don't know about you guys, when I was a teenager, I was a foul-mouthed, dirty little, shithead, like smart ass, like I just was, I was a complete goofball.
You're scaring me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I feel like
the fucking, classic thing, like, oh, I'm growing up, I'm in school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I'm not doing drugs. I'm just staying online. I'm just gonna keep going with my work.
Yep.
Like, fuck no. I'm not studying.
No, God, it was a waste of time. I could have fun.
Yeah, like it's no, it's really like so many TV shows and movies have tried to tap into that kind of essence, but like there's only so many that actually get it right.
There is.
Like, there's people who create shows and movies and stuff that look at themselves and they're like, do I want, like, this is what I was like as a kid. Do I want this to be out there?
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. It's you're exposing yourself a lot.
Exactly, yeah. But like, if it makes it more realistic, go for it.
I agree. There's a show, Pen 13, which I think is brilliant. It's a show about 2 girls in middle school, and they're women in their 30s, but they're playing 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's called Pen 13. I don't know if everyone's probably seen it, but I think they do it brilliantly and like get it right, So it's a hard thing to do, though, like I think to portray it accurately. And I'm not saying Hoops does by any means, but I think kids. But there is that age when you're like especially a male teenager, you're such a shithead, you just are, like I was, everyone I knew was. So I think they get that right at least.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of a film now. I think definitely, like, for me, the most accurate movie that's in live action is Superbad.
Oh yeah, Superbad is so good. It's great.
And it's still like, it's, so many movies came out around that time with kind of the same premise. It's like kids go to a party, kids get fucked up, he's trying to get with a girl. But like Superbad did it in such a way that it was so fucking different to all those other things. Like,
It was.
those, like, the early, like the late 2000s, from like 2005 to like 2010, was just all movies that are like Will Ferrell and quotable.
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
Step Brothers, you can quote the shit out of that. Like,
Yeah,
obviously.
no, it was a really good era for
It was.
comedy movies. And then it's
Yeah.
kind of, I mean, there's still some, obviously. That come
Like,
out, but
some
there
of them were
wasn't.
shit, but like a lot of them were good.
Totally. I
a lot
mean,
of them were
if one out of 3 or 4 things are good in comedy in general, you're hitting a high mark, I think.
Yeah.
Because comedy's really hard, man. Like,
Yeah. But like the thing about Superbad is that was like dreamt up by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg.
yep.
Like, fucking, that
I think
was
they were
like when they were in high school, like.
Yeah, they were like 17 when they wrote the original
and they wrote
script.
up the script, and then by the time they actually wrote the screenplay, they were too old to play the characters, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Oh fuck, what are we gonna do now?"
Oh, we'll get these young geniuses to do it.
Holy shit! I fucking wrote Superbad.
Yeah, do you not know that?
No.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
it makes me
yeah.
feel bad. I'm like, what was I doing when I was 17? I was not
Yeah,
writing
like,
legendary hit feature films. Yeah.
Bro, I should start like sending like poetry and just like
No, that is a good idea. I think it's never too late to get your poetry career started, is what I always say.
poetry career.
Yeah. It's very lucrative, I hear.
I should send in my poetry. I'd go to jail. No.
Yeah, like, but like,
Very,
talk about perfectly cast. Like, if you could ever see a young Seth Rogen, it'd definitely be Jonah Hill at that time.
yeah, absolutely.
And then Michael Cera just played off him so well.
Yeah, Michael Cera
I mean-
is like one of the great American actors. I
Yes.
think, drama or comedy. I really do. I think he's wildly underrated. I think he's like
He's
one
incredible.
of the best.
And then you got
very nice
Christopher
man.
Mintz-Plasse as McLovin.
Hilarious.
Oh,
Hilarious.
that dude's my
And,
fucking
like,
hero.
That
Yeah.
McLovin thing is it's been a thing ever since. Like,
Yeah,
do you see, like, people are still trying to use McLovin fake IDs to get into bars and
that's
clubs
incredible.
and shit like that. It was just like this fucking, I saw a thing that was like a fucking 18-year-old man in custody after trying to use McLovin ID to get into a club. And I was like, oh my God. Like, if your movie has that impact, and it was the
Yeah.
exact same idea as well. It had
Yeah.
fucking Christopher Mintz-Plasse on it.
So
Like,
Yeah, Christopher Mintz.
It's so
Literally
great.
did.
That's
was
so
like-
funny, man. Oh my God. That is
I
fucking
think he
great.
used his own fucking face. Come on, that's too fucking
Yeah,
obvious.
exactly.
Like,
It seems like the odds of that working are very low. Yeah.
yeah,
I
like
mean, listen, if I was a bouncer and I saw that come up to me, I'd be like, get it.
Yeah.
I was
I'd be
like, you
"Get him
deserve to
in.
be in there.
Let him
fuck it."
in. The ball's on this guy.
You're like, so your name's the McLovin. Just one
Yeah.
name? What, like Seal?
Yeah.
so was Hoops the first Netflix show you've done, or have you done previous shows that have
Oh my God.
it's a Netflix original, isn't it?
It is. I
Yeah.
feel like I've done something else. I've done a movie, 2 movies, or 1 movie? 2 movies. I did one Netflix movie called Win It All. So, no, I guess I feel like I had done something else on Netflix, but I can't remember. I have a terrible memory. But this is kind of the first like series regular where I'm on every episode, like I guess a bigger part that I done for Netflix. But I would like to do more Netflix if you're listening. I'm here. Let's
What was-
do it.
And what was your experience working like in a Netflix show then?
Awesome. Great. I mean, they the whole experience with that was wonderful because I mean they had like really, a really good writing staff. The cast is just
Oh, it's brilliant.
so many great people. Even like the guest stars that come on for like one episode are such heavy hitters. And so they like just, they had such a good cast and great writers, but they were also like, they would have us in. Jake Johnson, who's like one of my really good friends, he's super smart about like how to get performances. And Ben Hoffman, who created the show. So their whole like philosophy was like, let's get the actors in the same room when they're recording as much as humanly possible. so they can play off each other and so they can kind of improvise. So we were able to really like, we go in there, we get the lines, and like, they were like, great, we got the lines. Now just kind of like riff off those lines and improvise if you want, if you feel comfortable doing that. And everyone, they're all comedians. So they're like, yeah, that's what we do. So that was super fun because you feel like, not only you're doing the character they want to do and the lines the way they want to do it, but you get to feel creative and part of the process as well. And it's not always like that. So Hoops is definitely unique like that. So it's like, come on, season 2, because it was just really so fun to do, like so fun.
I'm sure it'll be renewed for season 2. I've been seeing it everywhere.
Yeah, I think. Like, I mean, hopefully, you never know, dude. You never know. Like, you really don't. Like, I've had things I was like, "Wow, this isn't very good," and then it gets picked up again. I'm like, okay. There's like sometimes I feel like there's no rhyme or reason. I've done.
You throw something out there, and you're like, "Wait, shit, that actually worked."
That's true. It's so true. And then I've done things. I'm like, dude, this is the best thing I've ever been a part of. And then they're like, yeah, nope, bomb in the trash.
Like,
I'm like, what? It's so good.
Yeah. Do you ever put anything out there, and you're just like, you're like when you put it out, you're nervous whether it's gonna click, like something every that you time. Kind of poured your heart and soul into, yeah. And then you're just
like every time, dude. I have like most actors and comedians, I have low self-esteem at times when I'm putting, even if I have to like promote something, I'm always like, oh god, are people gonna think I'm stupid, or are they gonna hate it? Is this gonna end my career? They're gonna watch this and never hire me again? I think about everything. So
yeah,
I think that's pretty universal with most actors, I think.
Yeah, just because it's you're completely in the public eye, and it's very maybe dehumanizing when it does happen that something does slip up for you and something goes wrong, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it is. It's common. I mean, but I think a lot of jobs are probably like that. People, they're putting themselves out there, and when you get rejected, it is like, oh god, whoa. But I mean, I'm so numb to it. I have no pride anymore. So whatever.
Oh Jesus.
I've been beaten down by the Hollywood stick so hard. No, I'm just kidding. No, but no, it gets longer you're in it, the easier it gets to accept that stuff because whatever you have to if you're gonna have a longevity in any kind of career, you have to learn how to be kind of tough, I suppose.
So yeah, damn. So obviously you're a comedian and an actor, but you've also done some directing, right? You worked on Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah, I did. I sort of, that's an interesting one. I won't talk too much about it, but like,
okay.
It was a movie that I had pitched a long time ago to an independent financer, and they gave us the money to do the movie. And it was like, holy shit, I can't believe it. And sort of at the last second, the movie was forced to go in like a way different direction than I had intended. It was kind of one of those.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't their fault. It was kind of more my fault for not understanding what they wanted so much. Mm-hmm. So my name is on it as a director, and I'm in the movie as an actor, but I kind of didn't really do much directing on it, to be honest, because I was like, I don't know how to make that movie. I'll act in it, and they ended up giving me a credit anyways because maybe I did some like quality control on set, but like, I don't feel like I really can accept that as a true directing thing. But I'd like to down the road. Obviously, I mean, it'd be fun to be in charge and call the shots a little bit, But who doesn't?
You reckon that? Do you reckon it'd be still comedy, or do you think you'd go kind of like the Jordan Peele route and work your way into some horror?
I probably would go. I mean, like, it's funny. People, I think, assume that like, oh, you must love comedy and be like consume comedy of all sorts, and I really don't. Like, my favorite director is David Lynch. I really like really weird, kind of surreal, abstract films, and so I think. I'd love to try my hand at doing some kind of like dreamy, weird movie that maybe didn't have like a real clear-cut ending. It's just like more of a 90-minute experience. Like those are the kinds of like things I'm really drawn to as a creator, I suppose. So and the thing is like those types of movies are not movies that are going to really make a lot of money or make a big splash. But I guess, I think if you're directing something, you really have to have your heart and soul in it, I think, to do it properly. So. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I suppose if someone wanted to hire me to direct something, it was a comedy, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I can definitely do that. Who knows, though? I mean, we'll see what happens, man.
Do you reckon you'd pull a Kubrick and go down to like the most minute detail?
No.
do 127 takes.
Never. I don't believe in that. Just from being on the other side, I think like 3 to 5 takes. I don't know what else you're going to get out of an actor. They start getting tired, cranky. The crew gets cranky.
I mean, that's what he did to oh fuck, what was her name? Who played?
Are you talking about Kubrick?
Yeah, in The Shining. Who played?
Not Jack Nicholson, no.
No, not Jack Nicholson. No,
it was God, not Shelley Duvall. I was going to call her Shelley Duvall.
Wait, it was Shelley Duvall.
It is Shelley Duvall. Yeah, it's Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
He tortured her.
Did he?
Yeah.
He mentally broke her down, and she would do like you were saying, like hundreds of takes.
Oh no.
He made her do hundreds of takes, so like she'd be fucking terrified and just sick and tired at the end of it. Like
yeah. I mean, I think it like it's. I mean, I love Kubrick.
It shows.
Love Kubrick, but it shows. But I mean, the performance is so good. Not that it was warranted at all. I think she could have got that performance without him being a psychopath. But
yeah,
it sounds like
I mean, he was kind of a dick, but he made some fucking good movies.
Dude, he was he was not the nicest guy. I've read a lot of books about him and seen documentaries about him, but I had to say, like, him and David Lynch are probably my 2 favorites. Like, I love every Kubrick movie. Like, even Barry Lyndon. People don't like it.
What's your favorite? Would it be Clockwork or?
That is so tough. Clockwork, 2001, Paths of Glory. It would be like a 3-way tie between those. I would. You'd have to give me like a month to think about that. It's really tough.
Yeah.
And same with David Lynch. It's like whatever week it is, I'd have a different answer for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I love those 2 guys so much though. Like I really love the experimental aspect of how they tell stories.
Yeah.
That's the
So
thing
you
with
like?
movies,
Yeah.
the thing about movies is though, like I think it's for us as well. Like we see it a lot of time because we interview we talk to a lot of movie podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
We ask them what their top 5 favorite movies is, and like it changes nearly every day because it's
You can tell. Yeah, like you're always watching new movies. You're always seeing new things.
Yeah.
Even like finding new genres and like new directors. You're like, shit.
Exactly. I love doing that, and then I'll just like completely like immerse myself in that director for like a month.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I
kind of
love
a
doing
fun way to
that.
do it.
Like with Thomas, like I'll get movies that I watched when I was growing up, like that my older brothers make me watch, and I'll make Thomas watch them. And he'll just be like, "Man, that was sick."
Yeah.
Like I made him watch Bill and Ted 1 and 2, and then
Yes.
he watched Bill and Ted 3 there like last week, and I was like, "How the fuck have you seen it before me?" Like,
Well, you created a fan.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. No,
That's awesome.
And then like I think both of us really like. I watched Hereditary and Midsummer, and then I made him watch Hereditary and Midsummer.
I enjoyed. I have not seen Midsummer yet. That's on my list.
Ooh,
It's
freaky, but it's good.
freaky.
Hereditary was great.
Hereditary was great.
Hereditary was
I
like it
thought
wasn't
that
even
was
that it
really
was scary. That was just
Shocking. It was.
It was. It was so. Although I have to say, like, it scared me. The first scene where you see like the old lady in the room, I fucking shit my pants, man. I was like,
no, the part that really got like it like to me like there were parts that were scary, but I think it was more disturbing and like kind of unnerving than scary.
but
Like just that one scene. All right, spoilers for Hereditary, by the way, guys. The scene where Charlie gets decapitated is one of the best scenes in horror cinema in the past 10 years. It's literally
powerful.
it's 2 straight minutes of silence from when it happens to when fucking in the morning the mom wakes up and finds the body.
Yeah.
And it's just like your jaw dropped the entire time.
Totally.
You're not moving. Like it's just like, oh fuck! Like you just don't know what's gonna happen.
Dude, it's wild, man. It's wild. Have you seen the movie Mandy?
Mandy.
Oh, dudes, you have got to see the movie Mandy with Nicolas Cage. I'm not joking. It was the best movie that came out in 2000.
The Cage, excellent.
Oh,
dude,
the
it's
Cage
RJ, it's the best thing he's done in
fan.
20 years, man. It is. He's one of those actors where like he does.
Oh shit, that was recent.
Oh, dude, it was 2018. It is
91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
it is an instant classic. It's one of those movies I think will be talked about in 100 years if humans are still here.
Yeah.
It's like it is. I mean, I won't. No spoilers. It is just watch it, get back to me. Oh my god!
Like, I'm reading the description now. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. It is pure insanity. I love it so much.
Like,
But Nicolas Cage is one of those guys where like he'll make 10 movies that are just, you're like, what was he thinking?
Yeah, why the fuck did you sign on for that? Like,
I know he's got like always has like money problems, so whatever. He's an actor, he's got to make money. I get that. But like then like 1 out of every 10, he'll just give this performance. You're like, oh my god,
best performance ever.
He's
like,
one of the greats.
Yeah.
He still has it. And Mandy is one of those, dude. It is a must-watch. I cannot recommend it enough. It's insane. So if you don't like insane movies, maybe it's not for you. But
yeah, maybe just go watch something like, I don't know, Mamma Mia or something.
Go watch Mamma Mia and the sequel, and hey, there's value in that too. Who doesn't like ABBA, right?
Exactly.
Like finding new directors is just such a good thing. Like especially now with horror movies, like horror movies from like 2005 to like maybe 2015. It was rare to find a good one.
Yeah. Well,
and now
it is. It's kind of like comedy where it's like I feel like when it's good, it is so good. Same with like science fiction,
Exactly. Yeah.
When it's good, you're like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing because it's so rare a good sci-fi horror film comes out. I mean, it's just really hard to do, I think, so.
Yeah. 100%.
Anytime you can execute and even make like a pretty good one, I'm always like, bravo, man.
I honestly like, even though they're not scary, I fucking love like the old campy horror movies like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street.
Those are great because they're half comedy and half horror.
Because
you can laugh at them and still be like, ooh, that was kind of scary. They're so, 80s horror movies is kind of my sweet spot because I grew up in as a kid, I was an 80s kid, and so watching Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, that was like as a kid they terrified me.
Yeah.
When I became like a teenager, I was like, oh, they're kind of funny, man, and there's a whole new value to them. So they're actually like wonderful films in a way because they they give you so many different like feelings, fear, laughter.
They're so iconic as well, like.
Agreed.
Like, fucking, what other genre are you going to see a guy walk in on his fucking hands out of the shower and then just get chopped in half?
I mean, it's...
like, down the middle.
It's great.
It's
just so silly. It's not like, and by like the third or fourth, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's just cracking one-liners. Which...
Yeah, oh my fucking god. My favorite one-liner is in Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors.
Fucking, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. And, fucking, when she's falling asleep in front of the TV and he fucking pulls her in, he's like, welcome to prime time, bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking pulls her in the TV. That's the fucking great. Best shit ever.
And I would say, for me, the first 3, 1 and 3 are so good. The rest of them are like, all right, if it's on TV, I'll watch it maybe, but like, I'll go out of my way to watch 1 and 3.
Yeah.
Dream Warriors is a great movie.
I think that's the same with Friday the 13th actually as well, because the first one, it's like obviously Pamela Voorhees, but then like the third one is when Jason gets his mask.
Yeah. Once he gets that mask, although the bag over the head with the one eye thing in part 2, it's kind of scary.
It is kind of scary, but like Jason is iconic for the hockey mask. Like
3 and 4 are probably the best 2 Friday the 13th movies in my opinion. I love those. I love those ones.
What did you think? What do you think of like horror remakes? I know, right? So Friday the 13th was shit. Nightmare. I'm sorry. All right.
I've yet to see. Dude, if you can point me to a decent remake of a horror movie, I would love to know.
Here we go. All right. No, here we go. Wait. 2009 Friday the 13th was shit. 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street was shit. 2018 Halloween, although not a remake.
Okay.
It's kind of a soft reboot, but it's still in the same universe.
I have not seen that yet. Okay,
very good.
That's good to hear because I heard it got terrible reviews, which means nothing. Obviously.
Yeah, it's a new trilogy. Started a new trilogy.
That's great. And didn't David Gordon Green direct that?
I think he did.
I'm pretty sure he did, which he's excellent. So I remember hearing that, and I think Danny McBride co-wrote it.
I think he did, yeah.
So I'm obviously I love all those guys and all the stuff they do. So yeah, that's
written by Danny McBride, yeah.
That's going on my list.
Let's see, David Gordon Green, yeah, director.
Wow, I mean those are 2 heavy hitters right there. Who probably have a deep appreciation for Halloween.
Oh yeah, 100%. I know that. Yeah, The Thing actually, John Carpenter's The Thing was actually a remake.
Yeah.
Of
another
movie.
You know what? You're right about that, and that movie is awesome.
That is
all right. See, you're proving
one
me
of
wrong.
the best.
Oh, it's great. It's one of the best 80s movies.
They're rebooting it though.
Yeah, I'm a big.
They're rebooting it again. Fan. I don't know.
Yeah,
they did a prequel in 2011, where
Yeah.
they did kind of half practical, half CGI, and I don't think it worked.
I
Like, it
didn't
was
see it.
okay. It wasn't the worst, but it was nowhere near the original.
Right. And was it even necessary? I don't know.
Yeah, like
So-
it's not like we needed a prequel of the thing. We kind of knew the basic premise. Oh yeah, it crashed in the fucking it crashed into the ice,
Yeah.
stayed there for a while, and then came out and killed off these like explorers. And then
with remakes are tricky because I kind of think that while I see the temptation and like the draw to them, there are so many incredible screenwriters out there that I am always more excited to hear an original story. Something new.
yeah,
It's like if they're remaking it, that usually means it was pretty good to begin with. And how
Yeah.
are you ever going to top it? Like to me, it doesn't excite me at all.
yeah, like
Like when I hear, oh, they're going to remake Flash Gordon, I'm like, I love the original Flash Gordon. Why do you have to
Yeah.
fuck with it, man?
Yeah.
Like,
But see, there's two ways of going about it. Either you think they're bringing it to a new audience, like they're bringing it to a new generation. And they're like,
Right.
holy shit, and that generation is gonna then go back and watch the original,
yeah,
or it's a complete fucking cash grab, which
Yeah.
90% of the time it is.
it is. And it's just kind of a lack of imagination. The studio owns the IP already. So they're like,
Yeah,
well, we
just
already
like,
own it.
ooh.
Let's do something with
They
it.
like
Like,
go through their phylum of like, ooh, what movies haven't we remade yet?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Pull it out.
and I guess it's just an easier way to market for them. So, and at the end of the day, it's like, the studio system is a big business. They
Yeah.
they want ticket sales. So I guess maybe financially it works out. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep on doing it. But just the quality, I'm like, oh man.
I know that LeBron James was meant to reboot Friday the 13th.
Really?
Yeah. He was meant to do that, and then this law came in that like I think 30 years after like an original story is made, all the rights, no matter what it is, go back to the original owner.
Mm.
So as soon as and then they can decide whether like they can sell it off or like give the rights to someone to make them.
Right.
So he was like planning on remaking that, and then the rights went back and he couldn't do it anymore.
Mm.
And then the same thing happened with Nightmare on Elm Street. That was subject to a remake. And then obviously Wes Craven sadly passed away.
Yeah.
And then that law came in. But I know that Wes Craven's estate are actually taking pitches for a Nightmare on Elm Street remake. And as soon
Wow.
as they find one that they think like, Wes would have like approved of,
Right.
they're going to be, putting that into production.
I mean, you just know they're gonna make more of those, and you know what? Fine. I mean, I guess if they're gonna remake anything, why not?
I mean, if they're
Why not
getting
forever?
permission straight from the Wes Craven estate, I
Yeah.
think it's very good. And if like,
It's fine. It's
go
just
on.
I just
Have
don't
Robert
think
Englund.
you're ever gonna recapture.
yeah,
what-
you like obviously not. No, like you definitely wouldn't. But
Yeah.
like, I think one that did it well, like, so 1990 is always going to be an absolute classic. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be so many people's childhood nightmares.
Yeah. It
Like,
was mine. It was
Tim
mine.
Curry, Tim Curry is Pennywise, like, is fucking
And that was a
has
TV
haunted.
movie, dude.
Yeah, that was a TV movie, and it's haunted so many kids.
It did
And
me, and
that's-
I
it's
read
incredible.
I read the book when I was a kid too. It completely messed me up. Completely. I
Yeah,
should
the
not have
book
read
is.
that. I couldn't sleep for like a month. I'm not even joking. It was terrible.
The book is more fucked up than the films. Though, I'm
It-
afraid.
it-
It's
Oh,
like there's
the
hours
book
in it.
is insane. It is absolutely an incredible book. Like it.
Oh
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
terrifying.
But I'm really glad they left out like a certain orgy between the main
yeah.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty
Yeah.
fucked. King, he's a bit fucked up, but like he's taken so much cocaine.
Has he? Is,
So
he-
much
is,
cocaine.
is that
Like
his
when
thing?
he wrote those books, he was fucked up. Like, so obviously the story with like King, when he writes his books, he literally pulls a Misery and he goes up to like a cabin
Right.
in like a remote area, and yeah, he just brought a fuck ton of cocaine with him, and he was just doing cocaine and writing the books, and that's why all these really fucked up things are in there.
I'm
'Cause,
sure
like-
90% of the art created in America in the 80s was cocaine fueled.
Yeah. Because fucking no, I swear to
mean-
God, like he's just literally like, he's literally fucking. Someone asked him. Someone was like, so in it, the kids have an orgy. What the fuck is up with that? Like that's a bit weird. And he was like, cocaine, man. That's it, cocaine. And they're like, okay, I guess.
That is like the catch-all excuse. I'm gonna start using that. Man, why are we so bad at the thing? Cocaine, dude.
cocaine. Man.
God, that must,
the
Cocaine
car
is
that
one
could
hell of a
kill
drug.
people?
that must have been such a
Cocaine,
wild
bro.
period of Hollywood. I mean, good
Oh,
Lord.
Yeah.
100%.
Because
Not
you know,
just Hollywood, just fucking, like, even music. Like, just
Oh,
think
yeah.
of how drugs have fucking influenced music. Like, you got, like, Jimi Hendrix.
Yep.
You know, fucking Purple Haze, literally a song about smoking weed. And all
Yep.
those songs, like, even Jimi Hendrix using the wah pedal, it's so psychedelic. Like,
Absolutely. No, it's great.
and then you got Andy Warhol. Like, look at his work.
Yes.
Look at that. Like,
Yeah.
you can tell there was some shit going on there.
There was some shit. Well, he was hanging around the whole junky New York, Velvet
Yeah.
Underground heroin scene. And so that is true. You can actually correlate different art with different drugs.
Mm.
And, I think the last 20 years in America has basically been like marijuana fueled, which
Oh, 100%.
is much easier on the body. You can live a nice, healthy life doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
so.
you're not like injecting it into your feet and fucking,
God,
hiding it from people.
I will say when I see people inject heroin and they do it in their toes in movies, I'm always like, good choice. That's like much more horrifying.
No, because I remember,
Choice.
We were talking
that
to
young man's making good decisions with his life.
That's a good decision. Remember, he doesn't have track marks on his arm. He can go to work.
I was in art class in our version of high school, and we were talking about our teacher loved Thin Lizzy, obviously
sure.
Irish band.
Yeah.
And she was telling us about Phil Lynott, and she was like, so like, every time that Phil went home, his mum would check his arms to see if he'd been using again.
Right.
So then he started to inject into his feet, and she thought he was clean, and then he died of an overdose.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's sad, man.
It's horrible. Like, it really is. And, like, so many things that could have happened
Yeah.
with, like, so many
But he
big
was
names.
young, man. How old was he when he died?
I'll look it up there real quick.
I want to say he was like under 30, right? Like he was a young
I
man.
believe he was, yeah.
Was he one of those in the 27 club?
He might be. Let me just. No, that's not 27, is it? Fuck.
Now you have to do
What age
math.
did Phil Lynott die? Here we go. 36.
36.
Okay. Oh, he's an old man. I know. I mean, yeah, but it is. It's heroin is like such a scary drug. Like,
Yeah, man. Not
It
many
really
people
is.
get past it.
no, well,
Like-
yeah, I think.
One story that's like, I think fucking insane to me. Motley Crue, obviously.
Yeah,
Nikki Sixx
yeah.
has died twice from overdoses on heroin.
Good God.
Wait,
And
what?
like, yeah, he's died twice. Like, he's been pronounced dead twice from
So he's like an
heroin
officially a
overdoses.
zombie then.
Pretty much.
At this point, he's
Like,
more.
and his fucking autobiography is literally called The Heroin Diaries.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, he was on so much shit. If you watch The Dirt on Netflix, like, you can just see how many fucking problems were with that band. Like Nikki Sixx was addicted to heroin. Fucking Tommy Lee was kind of an abuser.
Yeah.
Fucking,
They did a drug or two.
yeah, they did a drug or two, 100%. Even Ozzy Osbourne. Look at him now. Look at him now. He's done so many bad, like, he's done so much crazy shit that, doesn't he have Parkinson's now?
Yeah, he does. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I will say in Ozzy's defense, it's a miracle he's alive.
Yeah, it's a miracle he's alive. Like,
I mean,
obviously,
Jesus.
he's talking like he's been dead for like 50 years.
Oh
But-
my God!
And like, have
maybe
you
he
heard
is.
the music he's produced like lately?
No,
He still sounds the exact fucking same.
does
He's
he? Is
70.
it good?
He's 70.
Yeah.
And like,
Jesus.
he's probably died like 10 times.
Yeah,
He probably
I mean-
has like,
He's probably been dead for 40 years. Is the real thing.
Yeah,
He's
literally.
just been like
Someone
fooling
probably
all of us.
just checks his
yeah.
pulse
Do
every
you ever
morning.
see
Yeah.
like in interviews like, Ozzy, are you high? He's like, like,
We'll just assume. We'll take that as a yes, Ozzy.
but like he made a new album recently and he's done songs with like Post Malone and everything, and like he sounds incredible.
That's insane. I
And he
mean,
can still play the guitar. What the fuck?
hey, some people are just look at Keith Richards, man. That guy's like 200 years old and still
Yeah.
rips.
Even Michael J. Fox, I've seen a video of him playing with Coldplay live. He played Johnny B. Good, and he
Oh,
fucking
wow.
nailed it.
Did he?
And I
Wow,
was like,
that's
yeah. I was like,
amazing.
holy fucking shit, that is so cool. Like,
That is so cool.
But like just seeing all these people like being able to do this stuff with all the shit that they've done or like have happened to them,
Yeah.
it's very inspiring. But
They're,
like also
they're-
it really shows that like, you know, drugs can fuck you up. Like drugs have like now these are like the lucky people that
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Obviously you have so many people like in the 27 Club and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like you got Kurt Cobain, obviously that wasn't drugs, but it was
But
like suicide.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah,
sort
but
of
like
probably drug related in a
probably
way.
drug induced.
I think so. I mean, who knows?
And then you have like fucking who am I thinking
Well,
of?
you know,
Was
it's
Whitney,
interesting.
was Whitney Houston 20?
Yeah, I
Or
think it
27
was.
maybe?
I mean,
was Amy Winehouse.
no, she wasn't 27. She was quite a bit older, but I mean, like, you know, she
It was
did.
Amy
Yeah,
Whitehouse.
Amy Winehouse, that's it, yeah.
Yep.
Jimi Hendrix, I believe.
Michael Jackson overdose, same Prince.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
No, wasn't Michael Jackson's overdose caused by the doctors though?
Yeah, it was. It was that like medication. They were,
Yeah,
like, giving him to him intravenously.
they gave him way
I
too
think.
much and
Yeah.
the wrong medication.
Well, most overdoses nowadays are pills. You
Yeah.
rarely hear somebody overdosing on the street drug now. It's the legal pharmaceutical drugs that
Exactly,
people are
Yeah.
dying from nowadays, you know, like at least in
Even
the States, like last
just
10
like
years.
there's been such a resurgence in like drug related deaths, especially in the music world. Like you've got Juice WRLD who
Yeah.
you know, he like this day had a seizure in an airport, but like, you know, on his plane they found so much.
Yeah.
And then of it, like Lil Peep, he overdosed on Xanax, and then like
Yeah.
you know,
You know,
stuff
I mean,
stuff that
terrible.
was prescribed for like keeping you, you know, calm and
Yeah.
shit like that. And it's killing people. And like
it will stop your heart. You will be too calm until you're
literally,
dead. You know?
yeah.
Yeah. It's
And I
yeah, no,
actually
it's terrible, man.
I watched that documentary about Lil Peep, and it's like really upsetting because it's like right at the end you hear the 911 call, right? And he was in a room for like hours before anyone noticed because everyone else was fucked up as well. And he was just sitting on a couch like staring at the ceiling.
Dude, that's
And
so
yeah,
horrible.
yeah, it's
So horrible.
horrible one.
It is. I mean, honestly, it's kind of one of those things where they've shown where, you know, like in places they legalize cannabis, there is a significant drop in like drinking related like DUIs and deaths and pharmaceutical deaths.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not what the pharmaceutical companies want. They want people to take the pills, but like,
yeah.
I can't understand how marijuana is not legal everywhere. If booze
Have you
is
seen
legal,
what
I
they're
mean,
doing in
it's so
Sweden?
crazy. No,
Is
what
it
are they
Sweden,
doing?
Thomas?
Yeah, they have the
In
drug-
Sweden, they have these fucking all right. So they'll have like centers where you can get like. Now I don't know if it's every type of drug, but like you can get pretty much
MDMA,
any
heroin.
like heroin, MDMA, cocaine, probably like just you can get all these drugs, and they're just like, yeah, go on. Like if you want them, you take them, and if you get addicted, literally, this whole fucking building here, here's the drugs, here's the help, and like there
I
is
think
like fucking no, like there's barely any drug deaths there, like.
yeah, it's you know,
insane.
it's the Scandinavian countries always seem a step ahead with like social. I mean, I believe in a lot of the socialistic ideals they have there in terms of like, you know, medicine and a lot of that stuff.
Free healthcare and free.
It's just I feel like that those countries really care about their citizens.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. And like in like I mean, like as crazy as it sounds, like, you know, you pitch that idea in America, it's like, we'll have a center where you can get any drug and then the helper will be right there. People be like, are you kidding me? How do we make money off that?
Yeah, exactly.
And Sweden's like, this is actually better for the people. We've researched it. We've done, you know, like tested. They probably tested it out.
Yeah,
and they were
like,
very smart about it. And they probably worked on the bill and made sure it, like, you know, made sense. And they're not going to give people enough drugs to overdose, I'm sure.
Yeah,
they're
of
just
course.
like, hey,
It's
man,
small doses, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, even when you think about it, like when something is withheld from you, you want it so much more.
I was just about to mention that, yeah.
Like even like with the drinking age, like, you know, drinking age here is 18.
Yeah.
Okay. And the drinking age in America is 21.
Yeah.
Right? So like you deprive a person of alcohol for 21 years of their life.
Yep.
They're just going to be like, oh, I want it. And then when they turn 21, they're going to go fucking wild.
Dude,
They're going to go insane.
That is so true. And I can just tell you, like, as a kid, when I was a teenager, obviously, like, I was drinking beer. And I mean, like, at 15 or 16, we were getting it with a fake IDs or however, older brother, blah, blah, blah. But I was happy I started drinking as a teenager because when I got out to LA and there's people who were like, young in their early 20s, they were just starting to drink. A year later, they would become an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Or they'd party so hard until they'd like ruin their career. But I was already like used to it. I'd already like thrown up on myself and done the stupid stuff as a teenager. So by the time I was in my 20s, I'm like, I don't need to drink till I puke every time.
When you're younger, you're just like, oh yeah, fuck, I'll just go all in, and then you realize
I'll just drink 25 beers and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. And then like you wake up the next morning, there's sick everywhere. You're just fucking, your stomach's in bits, your head's in bits.
No, I think there's
like, I'm learning from this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are kind of hitting on something sort of profound in a way where I do think there is like you said, you're never going to quell the need for people to like get high or like let loose or like drink or, smoke pot or do whatever. There's always going to be people wanting to do that. Like most of the population has something they like to do to blow off steam.
Yeah.
So why not like admit to ourselves and lean into it and try to make it as safe and like healthy as possible? Because there is
environment kind of deal.
A controlled environment, like you say. But here in the States, they would never do that because everything is motivated by capitalism. So how do you make money off that? So it will never happen here. But like you guys probably have a chance, or some places in Europe and whatnot. But
right now, like I don't think there's been any talks about it. But like they're like obviously in America, there's some states where like it's at least decriminalized and obviously legalized in some states.
Yeah.
But like here, nah, man, you're caught with a gram and that's it.
You go to jail if you're caught with weed there?
I think you do, Thomas, don't you?
So
I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for a long, long time, but like you still get charged.
That seems it's so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's.
I know it's in Ireland is legal for recreational purposes, so you can get it for medicinal purposes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But like you have to be like deep fucking medical problems. Like you'd have to have like cancer in like stage 2 or 3.
Right.
To get
I remember it was medicinal in California before it was legal for like a long time, and you would just go into a doctor and say like, sometimes I'm stressed out, and they go, here's your medical marijuana card.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone I know had one. They would go like, I get headaches sometimes. And
like, oh, I got this migraine that won't go away.
I got this migraine, or like I would go, sometimes I'm stressed out when I can't get weed, and so they're like, here's your medical card.
I'm stressed out when I can't get weed.
So if you're caught with cannabis for the first or second time, you may receive a fine of €1,000.
Oh.
If the case leads to conviction by indictment in the High Court, for example, this fine could be extended to 1,270 to 2. So around, you could be asked to fine, 2,500, but offend a third time, you may face a prison sentence, which means you probably won't.
Right. Well, that's not too.
It's a bit better.
If you're caught selling it, punished with a fine of 2,500. For larger quantities, though, it could be 10 years with a €13,000 fine.
Fuck.
That's when it gets scary.
Years.
Yeah. 10 years for selling grass.
Like, oh my God, man. Even if it was just decriminalized, if you're found with it on you,
they take
and they're just like, they take it. That's it.
But CBD is legal.
That seems crazy.
CBD is legal. CBD is actually
as long as the THC levels are below 0.2%.
Boring.
Yeah. What's the fucking point?
I don't understand the point at all.
Who smokes it for the CBD?
You have to smoke like 20 pounds of it just to catch a little bug.
Spending thousands on CBD oil.
I'm bathing in it every day.
No, but I don't even think it's. I honestly don't even think it's. I don't even think it's actually the plant based CBD. It's fucking. It's just oils and like gummies and stuff like that.
I don't really
like vitamin gummies. It's like. Okay.
I know you can buy CBD in like flower form and smoke it, but I mean, again, like.
Not
that appealing to me.
While we're getting there.
Yeah, well, that's good.
It'll probably be decriminalized in the next few years, hopefully.
Hopefully,
it probably
because like there are people doing much worse shit.
I mean, look, I love beer. I love drinking beer, but sadly, alcohol has like damaged a lot of people's lives that I care about. But everyone I know who smokes weed the worst thing they've done is like order a late night pizza. You know, like it just actually keeps you from making bad decisions. I think you're like, hey, maybe I'll go out and get fucked up.
Yeah, you just stay like, yeah, you're literally like, if you smoke, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stay in and sit down.
Yeah, I just kind of want to be
chill
peaceful and chill. Maybe have some like.
Yeah, it keeps them from being out in the street like fucking bashing fucking windows in and shit.
Dude, I'm serious. Like, who? No one. I mean, like, I've yet to hear. I mean, I'm sure, obviously, it's happened.
Yeah,
but, like,
no one's like, let's go bullshit up.
Exactly, right? It's like you don't go smoke weed and like, let's go fucking kick some ass. You're like, no, maybe we shouldn't do that. I mean, maybe they have a problem.
Why don't we watch Bill and Ted 3?
Actually, maybe we should talk about it. Maybe it's not so bad. Let's watch Bill and Ted 3 again.
Again.
Yeah.
But like, if you compare it though to one another with weed and alcohol, it's so weird that alcohol is not illegal. When literally it just destroys your liver and makes you do stupid shit.
No one's ever died from smoking pot. Have you ever seen the amount of weed it would take to kill you?
Yeah,
dude,
it's ridiculous.
There's a picture. It's like a diagram kind of.
Yeah.
And it's like, person is this big, right?
Yeah.
And the amount of weed it would take to kill you is this fucking big.
Yeah.
It's like a giant pile, and you'd have to smoke it all within 20 minutes.
It's not humanly possible to get it in you that fast where it would kill you.
Yeah.
It's like, you could die of eating bananas faster. You
would have to smoke like 3 tons of weed in the space of 20 minutes.
Which I'll be honest, I would love to try. I think I could do it.
Like the worst thing that happens is you get like a little paranoid, but like, you know, you're not going to be like, jump out the window.
My neighbor hates me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
fun fact, you can actually OD on vitamin C.
Who's making that noise?
Yeah, it's just like of all the substances that are out there, it's like that is.
You can die from eating apples.
Just the most.
Dara, have a guess. How many oranges do you think it would take to kill you?
Probably like 10.
I could see it eating a hole in your stomach and causing like sepsis or something like that because of the acid. So maybe like 29.
It would take approximately 11,000 oranges.
I'm wrong. I'm off
11,000 oranges.
I'm off by 1 or 2.
Before the amount of vitamin C in your system became fatal.
Really quick, dude. Do you guys mind if I go to the bathroom really quick?
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's cool.
Sorry, I know this is better.
No. That's awesome, bro.
Don't talk shit about me. I'll be right back.
Don't even ask about to go to the bathroom. Fuck, we're not your teachers. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second, though, Dara. Will we? Why the fuck do teachers have the power to dictate when you fucking need to pee?
Yo, like, I know one teacher who didn't care about that, and he literally tell him to shut up because he's a legend. And I ran into him last week. So if you're listening and you know who you are, love you.
We love you, sir.
Love you. Hey, you can't say that. That narrows it down to the male populace.
Which there is only one.
One teacher to rule the world.
Bro, this guy knows how to pee fast. Shit.
Bro, that was like a fucking fire hose. Just
I'm gonna ask him about that whole toilet thing right now, like in schools, because that thing's bullshit, man.
Wait, are you ready? No, I'm gonna wait. Don't ask. Did you just pee at like 12,000 psi? Because that was quick as fuck.
Dude, I'll admit it's a pretty strong stream. It's a pretty strong stream. I had vitamins and coffee, so it's just,
We were just talking about it in school. Like, how fucked up was it that you had to ask a teacher to pee? Like, come on. Like, it's not right. You know, exactly.
Can I pee?
Just let me walk out of the classroom to pee.
Yeah.
They don't have enough trust in the students to fucking walk to the bathroom and walk back. It's the students' problem if they don't want to go back to class.
It's true. You ain't gonna learn. You're out.
Fucking fail. Honestly.
Although I will say, had I had that much freedom in school, I would have just like been such a
same, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like
I never would have sat in class and be like, I'm going to the bathroom again, dude.
I'm going to the bathroom, and then you like get back like 2 hours there. It's like class is over. It's just like, oh.
Cool. I guess I won't learn how to add.
It's like, sorry, I got like 2 pizzas yesterday and I ate them simultaneously.
So you're telling me I'm not going to learn what the powerhouse of a cell is? Come on, bro.
It's like Pythagoras theorem. Oh, shit.
How will I ever get along in this world?
Don't worry, I'll be here for the classes where we learn how to pay tax. See ya.
Yeah.
They're just like, on the way, that's not a class. Oh. Oh, funny joke.
Oh man, that's good.
If they taught you some useful shit in school, like holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like
I'd love to learn how to invest.
instead of them being like, "Don't do drugs, Timmy. You'll die a horrible death." Like if they were just like,
Well,
you know,
actually,
here's
I
the
still have-
dangers. It's like here's the dangers of this, and here's the benefits of this. Here's
Yeah,
the dangers
exactly.
of this. And
Well,
the dangers
in all
of that.
fairness, though, I still have this irrational fear of smoking cigarettes because, well, I do, because my parents told me when I was young, it's like, oh, as soon as you smoke one, you die instantly.
Yeah, you're dead. You're dead in arrival.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I get that. Like, if I do smoke, I'll be fine. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, what if they're being for real?
Honestly, I don't get the point of cigarettes. To be honest, it's just.
They're gross. There's no reason.
Yeah,
no
they're
reason.
gross and they're a waste of money. Like they're fucking so expensive here. Like Jesus,
How much are they?
I get.
You can get
I
them
think-
in packs of 20s. That's the
I think
cheapest
no,
one.
like a pack of 28. I just know this now from buying cigarettes for my parents. But like a pack of 28 is €18.50, which is, let's see what that is in dollars.
That is. It sounds like that would be like $20-some, I think.
It is something $20.
Oh my
Hold
god.
on,
I think it should be a little bit less. I
right
believe.
now. $21.94.
Well, I mean, hey, it's that if you're making it unaffordable to smoke, I think.
Oh no! Like they keep making the boxes smaller, and they keep making the price higher, and they've also done a thing now where the boxes don't have designs. They're all just kind of like they're kind of like a greenish color, and they have the name of the thing on it, and then it has like the smoking ads and stuff like that.
Have
like
you
smoking
ever
pills.
seen the countries? And I don't know if it's European countries or Asian countries, but they have like pictures of people who have gotten like face cancer, or like they
Oh,
show
no,
like
they
pictures
have
of
that
lungs.
here as well.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's actually like that's
they have pictures
interesting.
of that, and then they've like pictures of like
They
babies.
should
and
start doing that in
It's like
alcohol.
they'll have like a picture of a baby, and like your child is more likely to smoke if you're a smoker.
Jesus.
Wow,
They should start doing that with
Yeah.
alcohol. That'd be really smart, wouldn't it?
it would,
Bro,
it
that would be so smart. Like, well, they kind of do. No, but they do. Do you know what? They've put more effort into the like don't text and drive ads than they do with the alcohol ads.
Yeah,
Like, cause that the one there's like two I'm thinking about.
I think I know it. Yeah.
It's the one where it's like 1 second in time, and it shows you how long a second is, and it's like this party going on, and it's like the second is like a child jumping into the pool, and it like keeps on going on replay, going out and in, and then it'll cut to like a barbecue, and then it cuts to the road outside, and there's two cars going, and one of them's on their phone, and the cars fucking smash into each other, and then the ad is like over. And then another one, it's like going through the city and there's a song playing.
Oh,
and then,
I hate this one.
yeah.
Oh,
It's like going through
man.
the city and showing you all this like lovely stuff like the sunshine and the trees, and it's like a real calm song.
Oh, man.
And then it slowly starts to speed up, and then it cuts to like a child and a father like walking across like a zebra crossing, and a car pulling up like
Oh,
right about
that's
to
not
hit
the one I'm thinking
them, and
of.
then it cuts
Mama.
off.
I'm
Which one
thinking
are
of
you
the
thinking
one
about?
with the school trip where there's a bunch of kids and they're all
where
playing in the
fucking,
woods.
oh my god, yeah, and the car rolls over the fucking thing.
And absolutely, it crashes. And
I don't think that wasn't an ad. That wasn't an ad here, was it?
Yeah, it was an RSA ad here.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was a fucking.
No.
I thought it was an ad somewhere else.
Ooh,
Oh shit. Okay.
well, that's getting the message across, I guess.
Yeah, but like I think enough people know not to text and drive now that people are starting to kind of put drinking and driving off to the side a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's
We're getting consumed by the dangers of the technology and not
yeah,
looking at
exactly.
what's caused shit in the
It's
past.
taking over all our lives.
Like obviously, I'm an avid user of it now. Like obviously, you can see, we all are.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter what. Like in your car,
You have no
like,
choice.
like a little touch screen in your car. And,
Yeah.
like you have a phone. You probably have like some kind of smart home device, some shit like that.
Yeah, you can't get along in the world anymore without meshing
At
At
yourself
least
with
some
all the
form
tech.
of technology. You look at anything and it's fucking technology. My
Yeah.
desk lamp right here is technology. Like
Yes. Yeah, it's my Xbox.
and then they have
is
desk lamps
technology.
where it's like a built-in charger or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's I don't know how good it is for us, but It is what it is, man. And like I will
It's
say,
kind of cool, but it's kind of scary at the same time.
well,
It is scary.
it's been really nice though. I will say because like when I'm in Omaha, Nebraska right now currently,
Yes.
but you know I live in
Yeah.
LA as well. And when I was in LA for the first 5 months of the pandemic, and it's really bad in LA, like really really
Yeah.
really bad. And so it's been like shelter in place. So basically, you're not leaving your house. You're getting your groceries delivered. Maybe you'll take a walk around the block, but it's basically like you're inside. That's it. And without like Zoom, because I was like, every like couple nights, me and my friends would get together, like other comedian guys, and we'd like, have a couple drinks on Zoom, and it really was a lifesaver. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
it's like what we're doing right now. I mean, it just feels like we're bullshitting at a pub right now. Like it's.
Well, like literally, like we started this in quarantine, like. Fucking Jared, obviously our host that can't be here with us today.
Yeah, he's so fucking fired.
Yeah. But he put up a tweet.
I am gonna come
he put up a
so
tweet
down on him later on, Dara. He's not even gonna know what's gonna happen.
Rephrase it, Thomas. But we like Jared put up a tweet and he was just like, oh yeah, thinking about starting a podcast. Who's in? And me and Thomas both replied, and that was it. That day we started the podcast. Literally
That's
that
great.
day. Just hopped on Discord. Like we started on Discord, then we went to Skype, and then sometimes we use Zoom, like depending on the like Zoom is good for connection.
Yeah. That's great though, man. It's like like a lot of people are kind of like, terrible turn of phrase, but turning lemons into lemonade with this stuff. It's like I mean, if you're a creative person, you don't stop being creative because of this. I think you have to do something. I've been doing a couple things I'm working on that I'm going to try to be doing some like live stuff for my house, like little weird type of like shows. I can't talk about it yet because I'm gonna launch it here, like probably next month. But yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I get bored, man. I like being productive. I like being creative. I like doing comedy. So why stop it? Now with technology. There's no excuses, man. Like, So.
Exactly, yeah.
Did you shoot Hoops? Was that before or during the pandemic?
No, that was before. We recorded like all the principal dialogue probably like a year ago, and then up until like right before the pandemic, we were coming in and doing like kind of like redos and like doing new lines and stuff. But they finished it like during the pandemic. I think Netflix was kind of like, hey, let's hurry this up so we can get something new out. So
yeah.
I feel very like fortunate to actually have like new content coming out in this thing. So I got super lucky because really I haven't shot anything professionally or done any of that stuff other than some like little podcasts and other things since March, and really no one has, man, because there's no work going on. So yeah.
Like I remember at the start of the pandemic, we were kind of stuck to either finding like kind of old things that came out to watch.
Yeah.
Or rewatching the same shit you'd watched before.
Yeah.
And now that's kind of slowly coming out. And like, I've had like my favorite shows that haven't had seasons for like 2 years, having like new seasons coming out. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I know.
There's one. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, we're all going to wait. People are going to have to realize that the shows you like, the new seasons of them are not going to come out for like 2 years.
Yeah, after this, it's going to be
at the soonest, man, because like, I don't think Hollywood's going to really get going until there's a vaccine that is like.
Yeah, I mean, things are slowly starting to get back into production. Like I know Jurassic World is back in production.
They are, but they're also stopping. Like the new Batman movie was shooting and they stopped because there was a COVID outbreak.
Yeah, really? They only have 25% of that shot before the pandemic, and that's all the stuff that was in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I just auditioned for something yesterday that after I sent in my self-tape for the audition, I was like, when would they shoot? And they're like, not for a long time. I was like, why am I auditioning for it then? And no one knows what to do, so they're just like doing anything they can. But like, really, it's not gonna get like churning again for, I don't know. I mean,
it's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a while, man. It really is. It's brutal. It sucks. It's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
Like, you have to think there's probably so many movies backed up in like all these companies like databases that they've already done and that they're just waiting to kind of release at the right time.
Disney's
like we're not going to be complete. Yeah, man. Like Mulan, we're not completely.
Disney Plus.
We're
is
not
about a
completely
new
movie or TV less.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, and it's also a good excuse to go back and look at all things. And also, I'm an avid video game player. So for me,
yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
great, I'm fine.
Hell yeah.
I play
Yeah.
way more video games than I watch TV or movies nowadays. So the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater comes out tomorrow.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I
Remasters.
I am like gonna wake up early and get all my work done, and then order like 5 pizzas and play it for like 48 hours. I swear to God. I already told my wife like,
Oh,
see you
fucking
later.
what is it? PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Street Fighter 5 are free on the PS5 or PS4
Dude,
this month.
That's fantastic. I mean,
I'm just like, yes, Street Fighter, man, I can't wait.
Dude,
I just have to wait to get my TV down here, and then that's it.
Do you guys ever watch Twitch or anything like that? Like
Sometimes.
the video games?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. I'm kind of want to try doing that because I'm bored. I'm at
you
home,
definitely should.
Do you think it's something I should try to do? Like,
we do the odd Call of Duty live stream now. Like, we'll get a few of us, like, in a party, and we'll just play Battle Royale to like. Just keep playing, and it doesn't matter if we get a win. We're all just like fucking having a laugh and getting all these like holy.
Dude, I play with a group of like comedy dudes every Friday night. And we've done this for like 7 years. Every Friday night we start like at 6:00. We have like organized breaks. We play Destiny 2, and we play in the morning. We'll do like raids. We do like matchmaking stuff. It's like my favorite part of the week. I love it so much. It is so damn fun.
That's awesome.
And like, I think it's the best thing is like the funny moments that happen. I remember like, I think the first one with our like live streams was that there's like a place in Warzone called Dam, and it's literally like a dam, but there's like another way it's like kind of at a sloped angle, like in a dam. There's like, if you go onto that, you can't deploy your parachute, so you just slide down it, and it's like a slide of death. You just fucking plummet into the ground. And I went down it, and I was like, oh fuck. And I went down it, and all 3 of the lads followed me down it by accident because they didn't know they were gonna die, and we all just like fucking slammed into the ground and died instantly.
It's great fun.
All of our shit was left there, and it was just like, we were fucking pissing ourselves laughing. And then another moment, there was like, one of us was driving a car, and we were trying to cross the train tracks, and we hit the tracks right as the train was there. Ooh. Train fucking smashed into us. I hopped out of the car, and the car exploded as I hopped out, and the 3 lads died, and I was left to fend for myself. I was like,
sorry guys, whoops.
I was just like, oh fuck, I'm sorry I didn't die with you, but still.
I will.
Video games, they're so good, man. Like, honestly, it's underlooked kind of platform. It still is. Like, obviously, in the last few years, it's become more popular. Like, obviously, like, it's so much bigger than anyone ever thought it was.
Oh, dude, it's
like, you've got esports.
Dude, video games are bigger than movies, TV, and everything combined. I mean, I think like and honestly, like I see the appeal. Like I love like working in TV movies, but in terms of like what I consume more, I consume video games much more these days. It wasn't always like that, but like it's weird because I'm 43. I'm an old man, and dude, everyone my age plays it. It's like not a kid thing anymore. It's like I think my generation, we just grew up playing video games. We're like, why would we stop? It's awesome. So exactly. I don't think video games used to be a thing. Oh, it's for kids. When you're like 14 years old, you put
you're a nerd.
Or you're a nerd. And now I'm like, you're missing out so much.
It's like, oh shit, dude, you Xbox or PlayStation, It's like
dude, I mean, I don't know. I'm a huge gamer. I love it. I think it's just so wonderful.
I'm in a family Candy Crush group with my family. So yeah, we're a gamer family.
Yeah, man, I love it.
Candy Crush.
Hey, but it doesn't matter as long as you got. I mean, like games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a good way to blow up.
But like the thing with games is that they're so interactive. Like even story-driven games. Like if you get a good story-driven game, and it's like it is so much longer than any movie you'll ever watch.
Dude, it's so
and it's so much more interactive. Like,
and you're in the movie. You control what happens.
There is going to be some point where you'll get like a full body scan. And you'll be in the game.
Yep.
Yourself playing as you.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be like, holy fucking shit. Like,
can't
obviously
wait for
now
it.
you can create your own characters.
Sure.
That
I'll
look
make my
like
guy
you.
a little slimmer, maybe a little stronger.
Or in like, you know,
Yeah, I'll make mine
Cyberpunk.
like bulky as fuck.
Yeah.
In
Or, like, if we're
Cyberpunk,
playing-
you can design
or if
your
I'm
own
with,
penis.
Yeah, no, like if we're with the boys, like if we're playing UFC, I remember we were playing UFC once and we decided to
my
make
God.
Thanos. We decided to make Thanos a playable character.
Yeah.
And we just gave him like literally it was so easy. We just made him like this normal guy and we gave him purple tattoos and just made the tattoos as big as possible so that they just like covered his entire body. And it was just this purple guy walking into a UFC ring and fucking beating the shit out of people.
It's hilarious. It's fun,
It
man.
was so fucking good.
It's great.
And-
yeah, no, I feel sorry because like some of my friends don't play. They're like, I can't believe you play video games all the time. I'm like, I feel so sorry for you. You were missing
Get
out.
yourself a console.
What, are you going to
PC
watch
and
Breaking
get on
Bad
it.
for the third time? I mean, like, I love TV shows too, but like, there is other stuff that's more
Yes.
fun. So,
And there's games of TV shows.
yeah. Dude, there's
Like
so-
The Walking Dead
everyone.
like has had so many games, and the
Oh,
Telltale
yeah.
Walking Dead series, like
I've
that's a story-based game where you make multiple choices.
yeah, I've heard it's
And
so awesome.
you drive the story in the direction you want.
Yep.
And like Telltale now, obviously, like they dismantled in like the space of a day. They were fucking gone. They just dropped off the face of the earth.
Which was very weird because they were very successful.
Yeah, it was
at that.
fucked. It was just like, oh yeah, you like Telltale games? Well, guess what? Telltale doesn't exist anymore.
Bye
And it's
bye.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, literally, it was like Telltale. Who's Telltale?
Yeah.
We don't know what Telltale. We're not here
Yeah.
anymore.
No, that was kind of a
But like,
mysterious
there were
situation.
so many games. Like they had Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
Batman, Tales from the Borderlands.
Yep. Tales from
Uh,
Borderlands I played. That was awesome.
Yeah, they had The Walking Dead, obviously. And they had a Stranger Things one in the works as well, I think, before they shut down. And they just did so. Oh, what? There wasn't. Fuck. What one am I missing? The Wolf Among Us. The Wolf
Right.
Among Us. That was it. And just so many games, and like that, those kind of games. And now, like especially, like you saw how big The Last of Us Part 2 was.
Yeah.
Like obviously, it was kind of a disappointment, but like it was such a huge thing. It was everywhere.
Yeah. It was. It was. I mean, yeah.
And people
it's-
were genuinely upset over it. Like
Yeah.
it's.
Well, we are in the golden age of gaming right now. I mean, there really is something for everybody, out there. I think it's
Oh, 100%.
don't sleep on video games. I know a lot of people aren't, but
Yeah,
It
because
is
like
fun,
you're
man.
just like you're like, what the fuck is this game? It's stupid, and then you play it, and you're like, oh shit, okay.
I am.
Um,
There goes my Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just like
Yeah.
you just get so lost.
Yeah,
You're
and
just like,
yeah, it's fun. I've had people before. They're saying like, "Dude, you like play video games for like 8 hours on a Friday night? That's such a waste of time." Like, what did you do? And they're like, "Well, I watched a couple movies." I'm like, "What is the difference?" Or like, I watched a basketball game or two. I'm like, "What's the difference between like?"
and you're
watching
literally
sports or
just
whatever?"
like, okay, well, I'm playing with other people. Like you're watching these movies by yourself, so I
Yeah.
could make the argument that you're, more antisocial than me.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm usually I'm playing with buddies, so it's like we're doing bits, making each other laugh and like, or just like talking about like the shitty week you had, and then you feel better afterwards. I mean, it's,
Exactly. Yeah, and like
I see them as
I know.
very positive thing. Like they're great, especially for people who are like even like have like physical ailments and stuff. It's a way for them to reach out and be like I not to get like all serious, but like I think there's so many benefits to them. Like so.
yeah, there.
Yeah,
there really are.
I'm pro
like-
video game.
Yeah, the amount of inside jokes and stuff that have come from video games are just like will be in a thing. Like now, I think the most recent one for me anyway is I discovered an old animated show called Clone High.
Oh yes,
Have you heard of it?
I actually
Yeah.
Chris Miller and Phil Lord did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
And,
the first thing they
they're-
did actually.
Yeah, they're rebooting it
Oh, are they really?
as well.
They produced Hoops as well, so I know those guys a bit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they did.
Thomas,
Hoops.
now you can't say nothing. Now you
Why?
can't say nothing, Thomas. Shut up, because
Why?
they produced Hoops.
Oh shit! I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
that
fuck
show
you.
was awesome.
Fuck you. But like, there's like JFK, like the guy who plays JFK in Clone High. He's like, he's always trying.
No,
Like,
I
he's
like
always,
the show.
You know,
It's just
he's playing his stereotypical JFK, but he's trying not to lean into Australian or Irish because it sometimes so like. I don't know how I discovered it. I was like scrolling through YouTube and in my recommended it was like Clone High season 1, but it's only JFK. And I was like, okay. And like the
Incredible.
first thing is like Marilyn Monroe, and she's like, I hate Kennedy. And he goes, I invaded her Bay of Pigs, if you catch my meaning.
Nothing ever bad happens to the Kennedys.
Yeah, and there's a drag race between JFK and Abraham Lincoln. And Abraham Lincoln has been up for like a fucking week straight, like awake for a week straight. And he pulls into sleep, and JFK passes him. He's like, nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. And then like right at the fucking finish line, the car flips, and he just goes, and it fucking
my god. That's great.
fucking good.
Yeah, no,
that timing is so good.
That show is a cult classic, man.
Oh man, like, and I like only recently discovered it, and like there's an entire 4-hour like fucking there's like a 4-hour rerun kind of thing, so it like plays every
great.
episode for like 4 hours straight, and I was like,
It's so nice when you stumble across those little hidden gems like that. You're like,
Exactly,
I didn't know about this. Oh my god.
yeah, and it's so fucking funny. Oh my god, it still stands up to this day. Like that's when you know you've hit something good. Like when
It
a
is.
comedy
Well, yeah.
stands up to something
Sometimes
new.
things are just good as good, man. And if it's good then, it'll be good later.
Yeah.
A lot of, not every time, but like certain things definitely.
Because there's some things that you go back and watch, and you're like, all right, this is kind of stupid.
Yeah,
I don't
especially
know
from
how
my
I
childhood.
like this when I was a kid, but like I was just like,
yes.
man, I've just discovered like my new favorite animated TV show.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's great. That's great.
I like the show, but man, that Kennedy.
Kennedy is so no, because like they play Kennedy off as just this fucking complete jock. Like it's just so good. Massive hair, and he's like two gay foster dads.
That's awesome.
It's so funny.
Anyway,
man.
Steve, I want to thank you for coming on. You've been great.
Hey,
Thank you so much
fellas,
for getting on, man. It's
Oh
been
man,
such a good time.
you guys are fantastic dudes.
We gotta have you on again sometime.
I would do it.
100%. Oh my
I
god.
would do it anytime, brothers. I'll tell you, you guys are really. I felt like we knew each other for a long time. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
really,
you guys are fantastic. I had such a nice time chatting with you guys. I would do this anytime. You guys are fantastic. Go Ireland. I love
so much.
Hell yeah.
If I come visit someday, hopefully you guys will take me around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%. So Steve, just before you go,
Yes,
real
buddy.
quick, if people want to find you and look at your stuff, where can they get you?
They can find me at Bergmaster5000 on Instagram and Twitter.
All right. Well, guys, please go check out Steve. He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, thanks, man.
Go check out Hoops
Check out
right
Hoops.
now
On Netflix now.
Do not
Right
show your
now on
kids,
Netflix.
though.
Just pause this goddamn video. Go watch Hoops right now. Right. Well, Steve, thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely,
and talking to
fellas.
us.
Anytime.
And
Yeah, you guys have a great one.
anyone who watched and listened, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell your grandma about the podcast, and take her handy. Have a good day.
Good luck.